Okay. First things first. I don't think I'll be playing any other game because I feel like I might have work tomorrow morning. My work is kind of complicated. Per se, it's like I may or may not be working because of stuff or like that. Let me go ahead and lower this a little bit more. Maybe like that because I was trying to edit the vault for the very first video of Edgeworth, and I noticed like my voice was like really not coming out because of the music was drowning my voice. I think I told Poker Girl to let me know if something were to happen, and she did. She only came like at the part two of the first case. So I was like, oh man, this part of me is really gonna is the one that drives me crazy because it's like, oh no, it's not perfect, it's not good. People's gonna judge me for being not good and all this stuff. So now I don't. Now I'm ruined of not putting no Ace Attorney videos on my channel on YouTube because I screwed up. Yeah, I have self-esteem issues. So what? But other than that, I just had to make sure that everything's all sound good and doing. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm able to uh, be able to do anything else after Edgeworth because work. Okay, so before we continue on, I had issue with trying to figure out what was the missing acolyte for. Basically, I had to go find the statue and figure out no find the statue and observe the sword and the shield. The problem with that is that I totally skipped it because actually went back to the earlier part and I saw that I had to is at the end of the investigation at Alabas. So without further ado, I have recorded the reaction that were to happen. So basically, it goes like this: you look at the back, um, you look at the back, and you look at the shield. You press the shield. There's a shield on his back. I wonder if that's supposed to mean that his back is covered. Langzi says those with a shield on their back deflect all enemy behind them. It means that he's already. Uh, See, it's hard because the mate comes his way. Agent Link, there's no need to attach overcomplicated meaning to such a simple thing. Ha! You didn't seem to get Lang Zi's saying, so I was just explaining it to you. The saying itself is what I referred to when I said overcomplicated, complex, you know. So that is the sword, or that is the shield reaction. Now for the sword reaction, with his sword drawn and ready, there's a certain aura of valor around him. I'm a cool guy. Ling Zi says, those who hold the sword holds an equally strong will. It's said that the weapon one hold reflects the strength and will of one's character. I wonder if this was created to show the country's majesty. Oh, then what does Francie Whip say about her character? What does it say about her character, Larry? What does it say? It said, I'm ready to exact punishment on those who break the law. Why are you glaring at me? I thought you understood I'm not the killer. I believe in your case, she wishes to exact punishment before anything else happens. And there you go. That is the reward. That is the acolyte that I was missing. Now, look at this nice clear teal water bottle. It's a brand new water bottle because mine was getting dirty, and like the top part was like plastically, and now it was getting mold, and I was trying to get rid of the mold. It wasn't getting rid of the mold. Perfect. Now I could go to work. Now I could work out with some. I could definitely not work out. Blah 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 blah. But the problem here is that I'm supposed to be right. This why I made extra art right here. So so yeah, because I had to go back and find the missing acolyte. That's why I don't trust autosave. I save my own saves because I can and will. All right, March 15th, 12:07 a.m. Theater Mutualis Labe. All right, here he goes. Ready to do this, right? Do you have to tell me why am I brought here? I'm sorry I had to do this sometime every time, but I had to do this so I could get in character for some reason. So now we'll know who the Yatagarasu really was. And yet there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved. Like how the weapons crossed the country line, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security system and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in. Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line investigation on just this aspect alone. Before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Here, there's a VCR here, sir.
Speaking of evidence, we still have 3. So what do we have? Koshin's death, the knives, the Kadopian paper, wires displayed, a hot dog for some reason. There's no more perfume. And we don't have. Oh, we still have the Yagarasu key, huh? Okay. Anyways,
Now we can see what's on that tape Detective Veg gave us.
this piece of evidence from the KG8 incident hidden from sight for 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case. Detective Gunshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Sure thing, sir.
It's movie time! Yay!
Alright, this is how you do a VCR, okay? I don't think the VCR is past your time, but you gotta learn how these things work. So, this is a TV screen. You put the VCR in.
I know how the TV works. I was enjoying the Silk Samurai.
Oh, I could be smart.
This man is Manny Koshin. And he's holding a knife in his hand. This looks like the footage from the security camera at the entrance of an apartment building. An apartment building? How do you figure that?
Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building. Huh.
At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed.
However, no one could find it.
Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Armando.
I can see how this would have been a definitive piece, and why someone would want to hide it.
But is a piece of evidence for a 10-year-old case? There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir!
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman's to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where?
Wait! What was that? Huh? The bit you played just now. Please show it to me again.
Okay, rewind it.
Oh.
Oh, you mean this? Well, I don't say nothing very good around this, so, I think it's pretty useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, wait. Shut up, Gumshoe. I'm telling you, this is something we cannot overlook.
Why is that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe. Look at this thing right here. This flag. Take that. This is the national flag of the Principality of Cordopian. And because it has a national flag on it, we know this to be an official government car. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there? It's still an original. Okay, cool. Not yet.
Mr. Karma, Mr. So you were here all this time? Okay, that's all I'm gonna hear.
Ambassador Alba, thank you very much for continuing to investigate.
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. If only I was even a bit more careful. This tragedy would never happen. I'm truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
You idiot crickers! You couldn't chase after a simple thief! Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came for you two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Excuse me?
I heard you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. We were in the middle of an event celebrating our country's
reconciliation. Did I pronounce it right? Google, help me. Reconciliation. I didn't say population, I said reconciliation. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to spell it all. Reconciliation.
This country reconciliation. You can't exactly have the police and detective rocking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away, so I hope you can understand how I feel.
But we must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
Why don't we leave the rest of the Abastian in police?
Ambassador, we're so close. Just a little more morning.
This one, Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. Without my permission, you can proceed with your investigation anyways, right?
That's true, but...
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil, in which case we are nothing but foreigner in their land. Is this really where investigation ends? Hold it!
Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Well, that was fast. Okay, well, now I'm actually going to be talking a little bit longer with Mr. Shifu Ling Long. What's his name again? Shi Long Ling. I was going to say Shi Long Ling. I also need a drink of water because old men kind of made me thirsty. Not in that way. Uh-oh. Shifu, this way! Yo, how you doing? Now the main dog is here. The main wolf. Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly. If I lay back and took a break, I'll lose the sense of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Agent Lang, why have you returned?
Because I have to... Cool. Because I have to solve this case, no matter what.
I'm sorry to inform you. But don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol just found to be a thief, and so... Under certain circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. Although I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
Let me think for a second. What do I think about that statement? At this rate, our investigation really will come to a close. Not so fast. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do.
Oh, I'm glad you understand how I feel.
No, not that. What I was talking about is... Ha! I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
You...
No. Killer!
You really mean that, Agent Lang?
Not so fast. Wolves don't lie.
Who's heard it?
Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Koshin's murder. That was all Sheena.
What the hell are you talking about?
Lang Zi says the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines out outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think it was the second killer? I'll tell you who. Ah, it was you! Francisco von Karma! Uh-oh. Whip him! I was the killer! Hey, wait! But that's impossible!
Oh, that whip is actually quite...
oh my gosh, you're killing me! Oh, Jack Tongue at that look like it's reminding you were about to make! I'm very pissed off right now! Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder? Yeah, I am. He doesn't appear to be joking. Hey sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alva went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right? Yes, he did it, but what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you move around rather freely between Alabas and Bhopal, didn't you not? Objection! And where is your evidence that I am the killer? Not so fast! I was just getting to that. Trust me, I showed him to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring the case to a close, I need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grab me permission?
Well, let me think. The things that they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Good. Then let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will keep a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar that your battery is running low. Wait, why am I saying that? How much battery do I have? 11? Oh, 91%. I could definitely do that. Anyways, my pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. I don't have any reason to flee. But just to be clear, your logic has better be sound. Papa! Because I will accept nothing short of a perfect explanation. She seemed rather upset. Not that I can blame her. I expect that you accept no less. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that. Hold it! Agent Lang, as someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part. and so that I may clean up my superior's messes. Wahaha! I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery.
Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. Please, I want to join the party. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabasta yet.
If you like Kid, then you got to let me in too, pal. I can't sit around doing nothing with Miss Frank. I'm in some trouble.
Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Oh, guys, this is Miles Edgeworth investigation, not Carrie's investigation or Gumshoe's investigation. Although that sounds pretty good, but no. This is my game, and I'm going to be saving her as an orange sheep.
Oh! Ow! Shut up, Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth.
Okay, I'll check you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and ready to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Sounds like this is gonna be really interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Very well. I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go.
Oh, Alba's still there. It took almost an hour, 45 minutes from that to here. That was really long. March 15th, 12:53 a.m. Alabastian Embassy Ambassador Office.
Okay, not so fast. Okay, now let's first go over the facts one more time. Manny Koshin's body was found over in the Secretariat office in Babal. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabasta's ornamental knife. And then the body of Demes II, Mr. Kashiwu No, was found here in the Alabastian Ambassador office. Through our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was the Prima Duck statue. And this is actually Babal's statue. This case, no matter how I look at it... Sis, if it wasn't you, there's no one else who could have pulled this off. Objection. Agent Lang, do you understand the full implication of what are you saying? Of course I do. And I'm serious. Of course I do. And now I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so while people were distracted by the Yadakaratsu appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion for the fight. Objection! Even all that was true, how do you explain the movement of the weapon? Don't worry, I plan to show you that you're the culprit behind that too. You have permission to investigate both embassies as well. With that kind of free reign, you could easily take the weapons across the country. Oh, hey now! Calm down, sis. Oh, look, she's sad. She's sad. No, my rib has been stopped. Hey now. What was it? Oh yeah. Hey now. Look, sis, I thought I already told you. Look, sis, I thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here. This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring, but she now certainly is tied to the smuggling ring. He is right in saying that she is a member of the smuggling ring. Gumshoe, you know that that Callisto U is connected to the smuggling, right?
Yes, sir. That's why I thought. Hold up. Wait a second. I just thought of something. Nope, it just escaped my mind.
However, the connection between this case and the ring could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine?
Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already!
What's this? You need to calm down. Because you know only the fact of the Alabastian side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as the whole and therefore solve it.
What?
But don't worry. I'm taking this seriously as well, and I will prove you're innocent.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation had to solve the mystery of... I'm a cool guy. Of course, your explanation had to solve the mystery of the moving weapon as well. Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of the Master Second. You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a conversation against Agent Lang. If we could not figure out how the murder of the Master Second is related to the smuggling ring, I'm going to jail! That will be the end of our investigation! And I'm going to jail! As well! And they're gonna put me on death row! I'm going to see my papa soon! Probably in hell! As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do. Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, let's get started. Let's. Here he goes! Do I get my bar healed? I'm a cool cat. Cool dog, I mean. Woof. One of the alabasta knife was used in Babal to murder Mr. Kosher. And the murder weapon in the killing of the Master Second is Babal Prima Duck statue. Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impeccable security. The only one who could traverse the two countries just before and after the crime was you. So as long as I can't explain how the weapons move about, Francisca will remain a suspect. You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry the weapon across the country lines? I worked through every possibility, but there's only one that's possible. Your boss. Agent Lang, what I've learned from you is just now that you lost sight of yourself. Woof woof. What are you talking about? By focusing too intensely on that which is in front of us, we can become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Z never said anything about to that effect, right? Did he say anything about that? You prosecutor! Who do you think you are? Speaking about Lang Z proverbs like that? I don't need his proverbs, because my words are all you need to see the truth. Shut up! Don't talk about Lang Z like that. No, I'm not healed. Alright, so. The only thing to cross the borders are the Prima Duck statue and the knife. I should hardly think that those two are the only two items, Lady Lang. So we want to go after anything else that was... Are we gonna have to convince that the other statue is also the thing that goes across? Let's go ahead and show that off. No, I didn't mean to hold it. Impenetrable. I should hardly think so. Not so fast. You see the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world could cross over that? Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire. The only way into... Not so fast. The only way into either embassy is through the doors into Theater Neutralis. So the only way for the knife and the Prima Duck statue to traverse the two countries is through those security cameras equipped, well-guarded doors. Baba's Prima Duck statue, but we want to show the Alabasta statue.
So what about this?
Objection!
Haha! I got something good. Agent Lang, those two arms are not the only two to cross the border tonight. Oh? The Master Second was killed with the Babal's Trimiduk statue, yes. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Primaduk statue go? To Babal. Precisely. And if the two statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the borders at some point. Which means that a total of 3 arms were smuggled across the embassy. I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items, only that Sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabasta and Babal is her. Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the two countries? Actually, there was definitely another person, one who paid a visit to both sides of the wall.
Objection!
Is that really so, Agent Lang? I'm gonna have to see. I think I know the answer, but I have doubts. What a lousy time to try to bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guard says along with the security camera footage. You're not gonna overturn my hypothesis that easily. Objection! But suppose there was some other way around than through the theater door. What other way? The other entity that managed to cross the borders unharmed, it would point it out, it will open up a whole new possibility. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible will become a possibility. Not so fast. It looks like you got some clever idea in mind. I do, and I can show you through the single piece of evidence. Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route. This piece of evidence shows another way to move between the two countries.
Take that!
Ah, fudge. Yeah, I thought so. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, your objection theme is not cool enough for me to continue on. Besides, I lost so much life in the previous section, I don't feel like losing anymore. I recall reading that the main artist for at least the first Phoenix Wright game was a Yaoi artist, which is not just wondering that Xinlong Lang's shirt is open, showing his chest. Look at them chests. Yeah, I'm so cool. Look at my hot body. Hey, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's dirt on here. It's totally ruined the beauty of the hair stick. I suppose. Why is there dirt stuck at the end of the hair stick in the first place? The design of these are rather eccentric for hair sticks. Huh? Really? Well, if that's strange. Well, if that's strange, what should I do with them? I have to say, these are by far the most bizarre hair sticks I have ever seen. In any case, Kay, there's something I've been meaning to ask. How exactly did you stick the hair of yours into your hair? hair stick to your... How exactly do you stick that hair stick of yours into your hair like that?
That's a secret.
Curiouser and curiouser. Will be the photo of Yagarasu?
Take that!
Asian Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo.
Tch, that's super... Not so fast. Tch, that supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
And I wouldn't allow you to take back what you said either. I'll say it again, it's not humanly possible for me to fly through the airs without wings. So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
Well, how can I prove who was it that flew through the air in this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka! Very well. You will have your explanation after I save.
It sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside the head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo buried child is...
Oh, oui.
Take that!
Naturally, the shadow is the dirt smuggled object, the Prima Duck statue replica.
You can't be serious!
Yagras, or rather, Callisto Yu dressed as Agent Sheena was inside Babal. She dressed the replica statue up and close and launched it through the air.
Not so fast! Mr. Prosecutor! Not so fast, ha! Mr. Prosecutor! You left out a very crucial piece. You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air? Ha! And how exactly did she do that?
She is literally burying his thing on me. But here's the point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved. Okay, let's try that again. As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he said earlier?
Except, I remember just before the ambassador Alba when he gave his speech. He called you in the office, right?
So just before the murder, Francisco was called here, right to this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Oh, what are you up to now, pretty... Oh, what are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma has been in this room because Ambassador Alba has called for her. For that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yeah, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it's my duty to ask her what was her side of the story.
Ha! Do you really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth? How dare you! As I said numerous times before, there's absolutely no proof that I'm the killer! Mozart! Don't tell me you suspect me too!
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point, which is why I would like to hear about it from you. Francisca, I feel like I don't have enough. I feel like I still don't have enough information, which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
Alright. So, what do you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movement up to until you came into this room. Alright, let's try it your way for a change. But what she had to say turns out to be a waste of time. Ha! I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl. No! No! As you wish. Newman and Alabas. Water. Okay, here goes. As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty the embassy, and I saw the still samurai off in his way towards the ambassador office. I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up the security situation. Although the preparation were placed, I was called back by the Ambassador Alba into his office. Francisco, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct? Yes, of course. I see. For now, the only way I can see us to break out this situation is to ask Francisco about her testimony in more details. What I do want to know is the last sentence. At the time, the Master Second's body has yet to be found in this room, is that correct? That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large present. A criminal will say anything to get an arrest. How do we know you're not lying? Well, if you need proof, I'll be happy to oblige you. Serious? Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box in the windowsill, watering his plants.
I can attest to that. I remember speaking with a lovely lady around that time here in my office.
Alright then. Add a statement to your testimony. Let's hear some details. So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he? I'm going to be showing about the thing. If I save it, can I get the timing right? I'm not going to get the timing. Oh no. And I don't want to waste any more time than I had to right now. Objection! Damn it! At least I could see Edgeworth get whipped. And I believe that's when you used the phrase, I believe you are anything but certain. Which means that showing me that piece of evidence is just where to waste. There's other ways to waste time. Ah! There's no need to whip the evidence as well. God dang it.
What do you want me to show, sir?
One more victim besides myself and the evidence added to the pile. Okay. Got you. Oh, got you. I got you. You. What did I get? What is this? Oh. I don't play that game much anymore. I don't even play that game anymore. Why do I still pay $10?
Hold
it! For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know the ambassador was watering his plant at the windowsill? What do you mean by that? The entrance to this room is on this side, however. The window is on the opposite side. What you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. Would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Isn't that not correct? I suppose it is a bit hard to see him around. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as did, he turned around and greeted me, with a watering can in his hand. It was only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right? I suppose. On his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He obtained them himself and is growing. They would almost carry it now.
Yes! The plants in this room, they're a whole like my children.
The passion flowers in the flower box on the window stand are growing beautifully too. All four of them are in full bloom.
Oh, Miss Von Karma, what did you say just now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about the statement? Do you not understand?
What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is in the way it is. I would like you to act up and in that statement for your testimony.
Very well.
Oh, now I can time this right.
No, I'm not presenting. You're not gonna trick me. Yes! I got it!
Francisca, for some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does not appear that way.
I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your word, sis.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yes, sir. If you're keeping this up, you're gonna get taken away, sir. Hey!
All I've done is state what I saw. I've no made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, are you still under suspicion from Mother? Is the number of flowers really the other important at this juncture, Miles?
At the very least, it is a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant.
Ha! Then let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine the flower box. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy. There's my beloved flower. I grow it with the utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with him as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth. I understand.
I won't
flower pots. This morning Ken has a rather robust design.
Miss Edgeworth, why are you telling us this stuff we can clearly see for ourselves? Plus, if you keep wasting time talking about that, Miss McCarthy's gonna get arrested! Just do your job!
Better get examine something else. Jeez Louise. This patch of soil looks as though it has some removed from it.
What are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? What are you climbed up all of a sudden? I'm still here, waiting for an explanation, you know.
Did you know, Angel Lang? Flower best appreciated in silence, alright? Shut up. Looks like two things were pulled out of this flower box. The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. Despite as being called flowers, they are actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supports.
Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there's only two here to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Your little lie has failed you.
Hurry up and shut this man up for me already!
I suppose I would need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I?
There's only two, not three, not four. You suck, Francisca. Just like you suck in game number 2.
I believe I have just the piece of evidence you required.
Oh, you do you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight, but I highly doubt it'll last until the end.
You howl like a wolf, Angel Leg. But we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. The truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence. Sheena, who was supposed to be Babal the entire time, has these her sticks on her. It looks exactly like the plant support these flowers. The plant supports in these flower boxes. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hairpins are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
And so what? Is this really all that important to the case?
Of course it is.
It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the two countries tonight.
Aya!
I could do it.
Aya!
Think about it logically, Lady Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabas, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hand, who was in Babal the whole time. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue.
Ah!
Very well then. I want to hear from you how exactly they wound up in the Babal. How did these support sticks find their way to Babal and why? There must be some reason to why they ended up there. Aha! So that's why! Ajalang, let me please take a look at this and tell me its shape. It's just another stick, isn't it? And so it is, but the shape of the support sticks is what is important. Let's go ahead and save this here. For when they are used in something in this room, that's when it all comes to focus. The object that completely pictures when used with the support stick is that's a crossbow. Wait, you're not really suggesting? I am. These hair sticks, or rather, plant support sticks, they make for perfect arrows.
Aya!
I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the two offices, but this thread has yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must have been a common thread to these tie all of these things together.
Not so fast!
Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize what happened when you tied a statue to an arrow, right?
They don't fly at all!
Dummy! So Baba's statue was draped in the Yagarasu cloth and then shot over here? Even if you fire an arrow from this side, they won't go far with a statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the Prima Duck statue didn't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you? The Prima Duck statue didn't sprout wings. Huh, of course they did it. What did you take me for, Phoenix, right? God damn it, why do you have to bring me up in here, this game? Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second you were unaware of the crucial fact. It's only crucial because you're under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation. What? You need to free your mind a bit more, Lang, and let it fly like a bird out of the wind. The Prima Duck statue flew, but not on wings. Allow me a bit of your time and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you. Please, calm your mind and let my words just calm you down to the winds. I feel like I don't need to press anything. I'm going to tell you that the Prima Duck statue didn't sprout wings. I'm just thinking too much. Fudge. Okay, maybe I'm going too fast. But we are in agreement that the arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
But just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? Because the things they want to smuggle are a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
What?
What I need right now is no further discussion of my conclusion. It's the launch of my conclusion. What should have wanted to launch with the crossbow was not the statue themselves, rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues. Aw, man. The timing went off.
Objection!
I guess I can finally charge my phone. Like my controller charged a little bit more, so now my phone can go from 89 to 100%. Finally, the Edgeworth has come back to Codopia. Finally. Though, I cannot even think. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow. I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you're trying to say. You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Koshin's office. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy down to the 3rd floor of the Babalese Embassy. If what you claim is really what happened, I can see how Alabastian Primaducts could be moved. Gravity could be used... Not so fast. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then, what about the Babal's Primaduct statue? The dark shadow in this photo is clearly flying away from Babal. Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor of the Babalese Embassy up to the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. How do you explain that? Aha! I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick works. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head.
Motion? What motion?
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle the Babalese Primaduct statue. Rotating motion, rotary motion. But it was done via rotary motion. The two statues were transported simultaneously.
Not so fast! Simultaneously? Get real! The statue will collide somewhere along the way!
Objection! Did I ever say there were only one line of wire between the two offices? Aha! If you shot an arrow with the two ends of the wire tied to it, the circular belt can be formed.
Not so fast! Lengzig says, don't object and call it success what's beyond reasonability. Take into account the differences between the two wires. The top one will stack too much to the point where the statue will collide anyways.
Objection! Agent Lang, as you note, the Primaduct statue is one-of-a-kind national treasure. The fact that Babal's statue is a hollow replica of the real statue, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Lexi says... Lexi says... Lexi says... Oh!
Here's what I believe happened. Why do you wow like an actual woman? You're a human being. Why do you have to go like that? Ow! Mr. Am I Mr. You? Oh my gosh, I'm getting the whole thing confused. Miss Yu and her mystery co-conspirators set themselves up in two different rooms. The co-conspirators bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow. Then the two of them cover the statue and proceed to transport the statues. After the switch was complete, another arrow was fired, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babel, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hit inside the grandfather clock, QTED.
She got you! This perfect is right, Tigelang! But I'm not the killer!
Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet.
Right, Mr. Prosecutor.
The proof is in the pudding, as it were. Pudding is a nice dessert. I can go for some. Ready to go right now? Maybe later. I prefer Chinese food. Chinese food. Yeah, we should go out for Chinese and pudding later. Yeah, like around 4 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, that's definitely how we should hang out and form this new friendship of ours. So, who do you think can do it? Can you prove what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a search of someone back home with me as a souvenir. I agree that as long as there's no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, but there is one more piece of evidence. One more? This should be interesting. Very interesting. You think that you have a piece of evidence that would turn your hypothesis into fact. Ha! Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor. The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of the wire, like the wire. I believe that is right here in this very room. Now then, I believe this is what made the circular belt transport method possible.
Take that!
Ha! Looks like you dropped another bomb on us again.
Last bit of evidence in a trick are two pulleys.
Precisely. The fan ceiling doubles as pulleys in this case. And thanks to the fact that there's one installed in each of the office, the ceiling fan is made for a perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. This must be it. This is how the smuggler bypassed the impenetrable security.
You really are something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figure all right out already, haven't you? You know who the big hotshot to set up this real-life stage show is, don't you?
The person who set this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who has foreknowledge of the existence of the ceiling fan in both Alabastian and Babali's office, and that passion flower support stake could have used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food. Why are you so hesitant, Mouse Edgeworth? When you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
A single point of finger here in this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop at the forward momentum. It appears that I have no choice now but to rush in. There is a piece of evidence that will point to us who the mysterious mastermind is. Okay. Let me get water.
Take that! Not so fast! Take that! Take that! Not so fast! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
Did I just win both? I'm pretty sure I just win both. Please don't tell me. Okay, cool. I was recording. Okay. I just happened to just slam both. Yeah, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they're in fact one and the same. Let me just take a look. So, would it be just this here?
Take that!
Maybe? The ship with this pocket, a directive card in it. It tells us that without doubt, this person in the card is Mr. Koshin. The license plate on the card was also captured by the security camera. In which we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence you were the... Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding on this car on that day.
You done well, my boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was right in the car at the time, that goes to be mighty difficult to prove.
How so? He's no longer weak. The principality of Kodopi no longer exists.
So naturally, all records from the time periods are no longer exist.
What he really means is he already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left to me now is a piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him. Is that where I can present the badge? Can I present the badge now?
Look at me, I have a badge right here.
You mean the badge that you're showing off right now? What the... Ambassador Alba!
Yes, what is it?
You were once an armyman in service of Kodopian. It was you who made the mini mission you participate in its success, correct? Why is this sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant metal on my breast were awarded to me during the area Kodopian. But now I'm only one who owns this particular metals. You like this metal that you see? Huh. They don't call me Treeman for nothing. In that case, the only person that could be sitting in this car is you.
How do you figure that?
By the metal capture here in this footage. It's clearly the same exact metal as the one that you're showing off of your chest.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
This is how it will be. But I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen. You moved me with all your devotion to this case, Edgeworth. Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me? I need to do something to differentiate them. Well, I gotta think of it right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It almost looks possible, isn't it? For that a lot of you has come this far.
It looks like I just might lose our little game in this time.
You might lose this game this time? You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador!
Is that a fact? Very well. I decide to convince him of my guilt.
Yeah, gonna confess?
And I will accept any punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Max the second to murder, I'll admit I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming that it was just justified self-defense?
The Max the second attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I've done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
What a pathetic performance!
I'm not giving you one. Oh, I'm an old man not talking like this. Then I'm gonna be strong and do it like this. I'm not giving you one. Wow, you two really know how to laugh in appropriate times. Shut up, Kay. If you wish to claim there was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence. There's always evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark of me when he attacked me. What? I particularly don't want to show it off, but this is proof that was in self-defense. I'm an old man, but sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I could.
But the Master Second didn't have any weapon on his body.
Oh, shut up, woman. Hold on. There's nothing to get worked over because I hit the weapon.
You hit it?
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's covered in blood.
He was troubling quite badly during our struggles. But that's when he grabbed the chair that was sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense. Look at my metal.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it is not to declare it so. Ambassador Albert claimed his privilege was stabbed by the Master Second, so it was justified self-defense.
No way!
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there's still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all that is my secretary's doing. I have no knowledge of what's going on.
Not so fast! Stop spewing nonsense! You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus with your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you. The murder of the Master Second was done in self-defense? Ta! In my trials, no man escapes his crimes alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there's one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten. You can't defeat three men. It is very hard to do that. I think I'm going overboard. And what is that? So that's what you mean. Extraterritorial. Extraterritorially. Pronunciation.
Extraterritoriality.
Extraterritoriality. Say it again one more time.
Extraterritoriality.
Extraterritoriality. Not so fast. That's what you mean. Extraterritoriality. That's right. This embassy sit on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admit to will never be tried in your court. No, Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this? Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of the people who had to confess to their crimes, that's the court's jobs. And I already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even in your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts. That's arrogance. And your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who's ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands. This crime your soul speaks so seriously of. To me, it has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of the intimacy with your accusation, but it's no big deal. Alabama has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. He's really kind of my throat. All you accomplish is that you will change the backdrop of our little game. These two layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he's one of those who cannot be brought to court. You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers. There's nothing we can do. To be continued. Oh my gosh, Alba. Your final form hurts me a lot. It's already 2:11. Okay, that's kind of spoiling right now. All right, so that's it. I like I said, I have to go to work tomorrow. I might have to work tomorrow morning. Because Monday I worked early morning. And I came home like super tired. I can't even stream. Man. I need a day rest if I work. And if I don't work in the morning, I'm probably going to be working on the night. And because of that, I'm going to spend morning working out. And I won't have time to I want to finish this case ASAP. So I can finally get to Edgeworth 2. The one game that I haven't played. But yeah. Thank you for joining me. I shall see you guys next time. Toodaloos.